Hello and welcome to my channel in Sweden. I have made another journal and I'm going to do a flip through so you can get some ideas and see what I have been working with. It's a rustic one with a lot of colors in neutrals and rustic brownish reddish. It's 2 signatures and made from an old book, and I have done the spine a little bit wider so we could get some more pages in it. So let's open it up. I have done just a simple closure from some beautiful brownish patterned thin linen and just wrapped it around to keep it together. As you can see, it wants to open up a little bit because it's filled with nice stuff. So on the front I have eco-dyed linen that is also stamped with some old block stamps. I have sewn on some old antique papers and textile that is embroidered on with different types of lettering. This one is a rusty bracelet that I have put on as a decoration. It's glued and sewed on with some embroidery thread. I did some color swatches in the rustic colors too, and did some splattering with color on it. So I have put a pocket in the back, so you can put in maybe some extra pieces for journaling, and most of the pockets are antique papers or linen, and these are old linen from my grandmother's time, and I have eco-dyed it and colored it. So let's start from the beginning. We have a pocket on the front, and the paper in the back are printed on my jelly plate, and I have decorated it with old papers, and I have put color on, I have cooked them, I have scribbled on them and put on acrylic paint. So they are messed up a little bit. Same on this one. I have decorated with paint and prints and embroidery. This piece is from an old photo that I have cooked and had in my stove. And we have a tag with some beautiful eco-dyed prints on the back to use for writing space. We have another big pocket, also textile and old papers that is decorated with some scribbling and flower painting and whatever I had in my mind at the moment, and some embroidery. This is a little writing space with a rusty clip and rusty paper clip, and I had just put it in place with a copper. So I thought this could be somewhere for the new owner to make its own thing on it. I have left a few of these pages that are eco-dyed and easy to write on, so you possibly can do something fun with them. So we have a big pocket here, and this is also rusted paper that I have watercolor painted on and put on some textile decoration. So, more of my painting. We have eco-dyed tissue paper and jelly printed tissue paper and some burned and cooked paper for the pocket, and another piece to little kind of tag to use. We have a lace down here and a little clip with threads and a little copper bead on. And this is old paper that is decorated and burned. My hubby came home the other day and said it smelled fun in the house. So I said, yes, that's me. I have been playing with fire and done some holes in my papers. And he just shook his head and went out again. So, a little bit of antique paper from my farm again that I have put rust and color and scribbling on. On this page I have a little flip out that you can open up like this, and you can use it for writing. And this is an old letter in Swedish. And then I have just put it back down with a really rusty paperclip. And if you would like to, you can use the part that is glued on as a little tuck spot or pocket. So another pocket with rusted textile and some old tablecloth that I have ripped in pieces. I have painted roses and some grasses on this eco-dyed piece to make it more rusty and rustic. More old paper and painted piece. Eco-dyed textile with different prints with monograms on, and a piece of old paper. So this is another nice pocket. I left this because it's so beautiful with eco dyeing, and then I just did a little tuck spot on the side with more old paper and textile. The back of the eco dyed paper, you can still see it a little bit, and we had a beautiful eco dyeing down here, and this was actually done from old botanical pieces that I had left outside from the fall. So I reused that the other day when I cooked my books, and it got a really nice print from that. Some small pieces that leftovers with golden button and a little sample stamp, and another rustic piece to write on. We have a little pocket up here with another piece of old linen, and this is stamped on eco-dyed textile. Some of my paintings with acrylic paint. the middle of the first signature, and I did a belly band with one of my embroidered pieces on old textile. I have tutorials of these if you would like to see how I make them. One of the latest recording in my YouTube list. Printed on paper with acrylic paint, and this is real leaves that I have printed down, and a little tag to go behind this rustic little top spot with embroidery, rusty needle, roses, some strings that I used when I did my bundles for the cooking of the paper and the books. Another little rustic tuck spot, and I left the beautiful print from the leaves without decoration. We have another belly band, and this is paper and 100% linen, and I have painted on it. Another of my painted pages with mark making, a textile pocket with color swatches, and another tag. Botanical old book page, and I took the name as it was a bit bigger and put it on a piece of linen and made a big pocket from it. Have also a botanical print on the back of the book, so book page, so you can see the back side in the big pocket. Another pocket on an old letter. This is watercolor painting I have done, and I did that on top of eco dyeing, so I had some leaves to follow and then made some extra. The other part of that old piece of paper from my farm was an old notebook from the beginning of 1900. Big pocket, textile, paper, lace, and this is a piece of an invoice, and this is from 1891. It was from an old mill, so someone have probably bought some wood. A couple of pages that I left for playing or writing. This is another watercolor painting I did, and I just put it down on this page with acrylic paint on. Another tuck spot on the back of this eco print, and the same with this one. We have a tuck spot, so you can put things in all the way down, and these are leaves that I have painted on top of eco dyed paper and made them a little bit more rustic. Another one of my paintings that I did the other day, also on eco dyed paper, and then I made some roses, and this is also open so you can put stuff behind it. Another embroidered piece with textile on the back of this pocket, so it's really sturdy, and a really rust-like background from a jelly print, and some writing space. belly band, paper and textile that I have dyed and then scribbled on it and painted with white paint. Stenciled rose, and this is another small pocket, and this is really strong craft paper that is eco dyed, and then it's burned holes in it. A little corner tuck and more laces, old papers, and this is also eco dyed on a paper with print on already, so it's kind of double printed. More watercolor painting and pocket and old laces, top spot, embroidery, and an old piece of tablecloth. I cut these in pieces and used them as decorations. Another one, eco dyed and painted, and eco dyeing on the back. Then we have all these laces peeking down. So an old photo from my farm. This is an original, so it's a bit shiny, but I think you can see it's a girl sitting on a drying, what should we call it? It's almost like a shelf where we put hay for the horses in old days to dry. So she's sitting on top of one of those, waiting to put hay on it for the animals to dry. We have another little dangle down here, a belly pin that has a reddish bead and some rusty colored threads, and a really old lace down here. Back of this paper we have a big pocket. The roses is painted by me on old book pages. We have a top spot up here, and I left this for writing. It wasn't so patterned, so I think that could be nice for use of that. And here we have a really beautiful piece of eco dyed and rustic pattern. So I did a side pocket here instead with a little writing space, and I put a little piece of textile and a rusty pin there to keep it in place. Another writing space where it wasn't so much pattern, and a top spot if you want to put some extra photos or memories. And another play page, and this is just decorations that is textile that is embroidered, and then I did a side pocket like that. So you can still do some of your own decoration if you would like to. More pieces of jelly printed papers, and a big pocket with some rust dyed lace. And on this page I did I glued down an original old book page and then ripped off the edges, so it looks like it's really old. And another piece of tag for writing with some metal in the hole. So this is the same pattern as the wrapping textile with some dots on it. So another big pocket. So another of these embroidered pockets with some roses. I have ironed these just so it was a little bit sticky. I have used matte medium on some of them, so when they get hot they stick together still. But they are dry now, so I hope this will work. Eco dye and rust dyed papers, and this is just a flip up, so you can use this as writing space and put down the curtain back. Another of my watercolor paintings. A pocket with eco-dyed textile and stamping on. Left that for writing space. The back of that beautiful eco-dyed paper. And then I put a textile piece with some brown swatch on. Another hanging down of a little piece of crocheted lace and old linen, and a little writing space from an original old book page, and that's also on a printed, jelly printed paper. Painted and roses, and on this one we have another old book page with some German script on, and a little corner pocket with embroidery on. These are real oak leaves, and then they are put down with matte medium, so they are secured, and on top of an old book page that I eco-dyed. And the last page with more of these old invoices from my farm, eco-dyed. That's why they are cooked, so the pink page is seen on it. Pocket behind that linen, and another one of the watercolor painting that I made. And that was the last page. So I hope you got some ideas, and if you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber, I will appreciate that. And there will be more ideas, and another journal is coming up. I have another one that is almost done. We have a flip on the front and a little bit more colorful. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon again. Bye bye from Sweden.